All right, second thing to learn for scientific notation is now we have to know how to go back into standard form. Once we put it in scientific notation, we should be able to go back and forth. So 3 things to remember. If you watch the first video, you know that the coefficient has to be between 1 and 10, meaning it's allowed to be 1, but it can't be 10. So it's actually between 1 and 10, but it can't be 10. Second thing, if your number is greater than 1, your number in scientific notation is going to have a positive exponent. But if your number is less than 1 to start off with, like if you have a small decimal, then you're going to have a negative exponent in your scientific notation answer. So let's just try a couple examples. Let's try something like 35,000. Well, okay, so what I do here is I say, where's my decimal point right now? And I don't see it, but that means it's right at the end of the number. And then I go, where does my decimal point need to be? Well, I need to put it somewhere to make the coefficient be between 1 and 10. So if I look, I have to put it right here in between the 3 and the 5, because that makes my coefficient 3.5. Now remember, I don't need to write these zeros at the end because 3.5 is the same thing as 3.5000. I'd just be wasting time if I wrote those zeros. And now I know in scientific notation it's going to be a coefficient times a power of 10. So it's going to be times 10 to something up here. So the only thing I have left to do is figure out what that exponent is. Well, I do that by counting. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So that means I have 2 options. This could either be a positive 4 or a negative 4. But I'm going to be able to figure that out by remembering this rule. If my number was greater than 1 to start off, then I have a positive exponent. Well, my number was originally 35,000, which is bigger than 1, so I should have a positive exponent there. And that would be my answer. Let's look at one with a negative exponent. So, first example. Sample number 2, let's go with 0, 0, 0, 0, 5, 6. So I look at this thing, and I go, where's my decimal point right now? Well, it's right here. And then I go, where does my decimal point need to be? Because remember, it's got to be between 1 and 10. So I put my decimal place right here. Well, that makes my coefficient 5.6. And I know it's going to be multiplied by a power of 10. I just haven't figured out the exponent yet. So it's going to be times 10 to some power here. And again, I figure out the exponent by counting the spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's either a positive 4 or a negative 4. But remember my rule. If the number started out less than 1, negative exponent. So this time, it's a negative 4. I think those 2 examples are good enough. Let's go. We're done.